South Bronx, the borough that gave birth to hip-hop.
There's a militarized police department that is ready to attack the people. Young people have taken the streets, they've shut down the highway.
There's an understanding that when the planet wins, the people win too.
Don't stop. You don't stop. You don't stop.
Amor, justicia, hip hop, revoluciones.
Good evening, this is Axe Welfare Rights.
We have some of our close friends, and they're involved in something called the Midwest Poverty Tour. Yes. And what they're doing is traveling different parts of the country to try to get the real scoop on why there's so many low-income people. How is it that they got to be like that? What's the story?
I'm getting together with all these people as a part of this, as a small part of this, the Poor People's Campaign, and lifting up our voices together and demanding that we be treated with dignity and respect. So yesterday we went to Flint, here in Michigan, and we saw like firsthand these people that are dealing with lead in their pipes, and the children being poisoned, you know, and just the callousness of the authorities to be able to tell these people, oh, it's just a few IQ points, you know, don't worry about it.
We were given a tour of Flint. Water is just so basic to life, and to have a society as rich as ours to deny people water, and then to poison the water, and then on top of that to have people have to pay, still continue to pay water bills, pay for poison water, it's totally insane.
People can just pull in and they'll load them right into their cars, but they do limit how many cases of water that they'll give them.
To be here in front of this distribution center where so many people have to come, we've seen maybe 10 cars drive by in the short time that we've been here and be able to pick up water. We see little children in the cars, you know, vans full of people, the National Guard helping, volunteers helping. I mean, it's just so sadly indicative of other places that I see across the nation, but at the same time completely devastating that this is continuing. And this is supposed to be the richest, most powerful United States or something. We can't get clean water to our people.
It's going on 3 years without municipal water. People say, oh, this is a disaster. Is it? Well, then declare it a disaster area. Declare Flint a disaster area so the funds can come immediately. Right. Super funds, Army Corps engineers to tear out these rotten pipes we got.
No one ever dreamt that you would be in a fight for water. For water, access to it, and having it clean and drinkable. We can go to the gas station and get fill up your car with lead-free gas. You can go to the hardware store and get a gallon of lead-free paint, but you can't go home and turn on your faucet and get a glass of lead-free water?
That water is not for babies. No way, Jose. No way. Ay, ay, ay.
This area of Flint that we're in now is the south side of Flint, which at one time used to be also a very prosperous side of Flint, and you will see a lot of rundown houses next to nice houses. That's a popular theme here in Flint now, where you see some nice houses and then you see houses that have been destroyed.
At one time, poverty was a temporary condition for most people. You were on a down slope for a minute, but you could bounce back up. We can't bounce back up today. It's permanent. We're not going back to the factory and building cars and trucks like we once did. So we have a whole new level of fighting to take up, but we must also understand what the enemy is doing. And the enemy is dismantling our rights. They could not take our water away without taking our democracy first. The campaign, Poor People's and otherwise, today must be a campaign to reorganize society around the needs of humanity of the people.
The second that the auto jobs were removed from Detroit and my husband's plant closed down, he's a high-low driver, We got word of mass water shutoffs in March 2014. We're 3 years into them. We heard that they were shutting off whole neighborhoods at a time. That's what poverty looks like. They can come in and shut off a whole neighborhood of water. We had a very large community dinner. That was the first time that we started talking about response. How are we going to respond to these atrocities? How are we as a neighborhood not ever going to let any entity walk into our neighborhood and shut off something as basic as water to all of us? I want to point out I live a half a block outside of Highland Park. My neighbors in Highland Park are paying more for water a month than their houses are worth. More for water a month than their city council raised their water rates 138%.
Where in the hell is the humanity for Flint and Detroit? And while I'm at it, where's the humanity for the people all over the country? For the dispossessed? For the people that are working 3 and 4 jobs and still can't make it? The people on the Poor People's Campaign are usually pretty poor, to tell you the truth. A lot of us don't have health care ourselves. Sometimes we don't have necessarily food in our own fridge, and a lot of us come out here just to talk to other people, and to organize and to try to build those voices up and share our stories together, because that makes us stronger people.
We need to take what we've heard here, keep it going, get other people involved. This is a spirit of struggle. It's a spirit of connection. You only get what you're organized to take. Yes. Yeah. And we're gonna take back our dignity. We're gonna take back our humanity. And we're gonna turn this system around, right? All right. Right? Good. Well, I went down to the rich man's house and I took back what he stole from me. I took back my dignity. I took back my humanity. And now it's under my feet. Under my feet. Under my feet. Under my feet. Ain't no system gonna walk all over me.
Being here has made me realize how real everything is. And it's like, I think I have an understanding of that, which is why I do the work that I do. But when you live in a capitalist society, you're still forced to kind of conform to a lifestyle that doesn't really allow you to embrace the work that needs to be done. And being here has shown me that regardless of how comfortable I sometimes feel I need to be, there's so many people out here that can't afford that. And that's a privilege, even though it shouldn't be. It's shaken up a lot of me. It's really made me realize that even if I wake up and feel okay, if there's somebody in the world who's drowning, I'm drowning too. This little light of mine, I'm gonna let it shine. Even just the people a part of the delegation, hearing their stories, sharing their energy, it's let me know that there is support and I'm not alone, and that we really are going through the same thing. We all have the same enemy, so we all need to come together.
The real heroines and heroes, the unsung saints, is what this tour is all about. I'm not as young as I used to be, but I think when I see young leaders that are emerging from every walk of life, every color, every gender, who see that really there's only one race, there's a human race. And that although our diversity is there, and it gives us strength to diversity, but really what we have in common, the fact that we're all God's children, we all have the same concern, we're all human beings, and that we need to build a world where we all can live in it together, in community, and in happiness. The right to life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness. I think that is what everybody really wants. It's on paper right now. They want to make it a reality.